The family of a Medical Lake woman who went missing in the Salmon River more than 20 years ago is finally getting some closure. Patricia Tamosaitis went missing in the 90s. KXLY4's Grace Ditzler joining us now in studio. And Grace, her skeletal remains were recently identified, and how is her family handling that discovery?
Well, Aaron, DNA testing on a skull that sat in an evidence room for nearly 2 decades confirmed the identity of Tamosaitis. Today, her family says it is bittersweet. They're once again grieving their mother, but thankful they know definitively what happened to her that day in 1994.
This one was always one of my favorite, with the goofy hat.
Paula Wall and Glenda Elliott could talk about their mom for hours.
She was like opening a champagne bottle, just so bubbly.
Patricia Tamosaitis was a jack of all trades, an outdoorsy, outgoing woman, always ready for an adventure.
This town of Medical Lake, I would say probably 50% of the town called her mom.
But it was that sense of adventure that ultimately took Patricia from her family on a rafting trip in August 1994.
Mother had been in the Funyak, and the Funyak turned over, and her body had never resurfaced.
For years, she was considered missing.
I never really got a grasp of her being gone. You know, it was just missing, and maybe something good had happened. I don't know.
I think both of us always wanted to believe that she conked her head and had amnesia, and some family, she wandered into some family, and they took her in and loved her as much as we did.
In 1996, a skull was found near where she fell in the Salmon River, but an evaluation identified it as likely coming from a Native American male. So Patricia stayed missing until the Idaho County Sheriff's Office sent those remains in 2012 to the University of North Texas Center for Human Identification.
Lieutenant Johnson contacted our brother Ed and asked if we would be interested in doing the DNA testing, and yes, absolutely, we were all three of us were for it.
The 3 siblings learned the DNA results a few days before Christmas. Their mother had finally been found.
We were pretty distraught, you know, just the, you know, it's been over 20 years.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
But they say they're grateful to finally know for sure what they felt for years, that their mom was somewhere better, always watching over them. Paula and Glenda say they had a memorial service for their mother back in the 90s that was packed with friends from Medical Lake and from Fairchild Air Force Base where Patricia worked. They say soon they'll have another ceremony, this time just for family to say goodbye to their mom. Reporting in studio, Grace Ditzler, KXLY4 News.